Hello and welcome, everyone. This is the June 9th meeting of Operator Framework Community. Get the share going here and we'll get kicked off with the agenda. Okay, hopefully folks are seeing the share now. You should be seeing the agenda. Go ahead and put my name in here. Okay, so just as a quick recap of last session, we didn't actually enter notes. We had extremely light representation at the meeting. I know that there were a lot of conflicts for Red Hat maintainers, but basically the action that we took was just to clean up the issues that were in the repos. We basically pruned everything that was 2024 or earlier as being probably non-viable. There were some comments I put out in the Slack channel so that if that was a surprise for anybody and there was something that was incredibly important to somebody, then they could feel free to reopen it and add notes to freshen it up, make it viable. Because anything that we felt sat around for 2 years or more without any action was probably unlikely to get action, or it might even be obsolete. All right, so then going to today's agenda. I have a couple of items on the agenda. We have no briefs currently under review and no RFCs currently under review, according to the agenda. First discussion topic. For 4 years now, we have had banners in all of the OPM tooling related to SQLite operations that say, this is deprecated, we will make it go away in a future release. And I'm proposing that we cut a version 2 of OPM. And I have a draft PR open for the proposed changes, which admittedly need to be rebased, but they still do a pretty good job of showing the overall goal here, which is to drop all of the SQLite code from the base. This will make a much streamlined binary, and it will also make it easier to enhance the tooling to deal with future registry v1 bundle concerns. We already had a case in recent history where I was trying to do some work actually to enhance some handling of the bundle release version properties, and I strayed into a code path that was dealing with SQLite catalogs without realizing it. We ended up having to revert that and change what the fix was as a result. It'd be kind of nice not to be doing that 4 years later after we've already said it's deprecated. So if there are any major comments or discussion points here, I'm happy to have them out here. Otherwise, I would send folks to go look at that PR. And if we can get some reviews on it, we can assess the whether anybody finds a critical flaw that would prevent us from going forward. Questions, comments, running for the exits?
Can we tag the current release of OPM as maybe OPM SQLite, just so that there's a last sort of release that people can look at if they really need it? And then we can just get rid of the SQLite code, as you mentioned, Jordan.
You mean as opposed to something in addition to documenting somewhere that OPM version 2 no longer supports it, but OPM 1 does? You're talking about actually using another label?
Something like that. Or it could be sufficient to just provide documentation, just to make a sort of very easy way for folks who do still need SQLite to find it. Although I don't know if anyone will still be using it 4 years after deprecation.
So we did recently update everything to 1.26.3. So, I mean, that is a very recent tag, as Jordan is pointing out the next thing. So we certainly have recently tagged it like as in the past day or two.
Well, it's going to take a considerable period of time, I think, for the draft PR for the V2 stuff to go through. At least I'm presuming, but based on the amount of complexity that is represented there, I would want it to have a thorough review.
Yes.
But I think it's not unreasonable at all for us to go and throw an additional tag. Like when we do the V2 release, we throw an additional tag on the last V1 release as indicating, hey, this is the magical last SQLite support area.
I agree there. But I'm also just pointing out that we have recently released and tagged. So, but I agree. We should just before because we can put tags wherever the heck we want them. Just before your PR, we can throw up a 1 dot something, and then your PR becomes a 2 dot something.
Exactly.
And we can just do those like literally same day.
Or even in reverse order. So yeah, we have lots of options. Yeah, the current release of OPM right now is 1.71.0, just for reference. So cool. Any other conversation on that subject? Okay, moving on to the next one. So I put a note in here that we just, as Ty was saying, finished doing the 1.26 Golang bumps. And we cut releases here in advance of, we have already some issues to deal with Kate's bumps and the like. Before we did that, we did a release across the board here. I tracked everything I think is directly relevant to V0 and V1 OLM. There are many more repos in the org than that, but I didn't check them all.
Yeah, I think we just focused on V0 and V1. I mean, there is a OpenShift related repo, operator marketplace that was also done, but that is technically, I believe that is technically a downstream repo in the upstream project.
Right. We also have things like Helm operator plugins, operator SDK, and the like. And for right now, we did not. This group of maintainers did not go and do anything there, as far as I'm aware. And this is mostly a call for comments or action. If there's a repository that is important to the community, we want to make sure that we take some action, or at least don't forget about it. But I'm not aware of anything right now, so definitely throw something in the Slack, or like you can bring it up here, and we can try to make sure that we're showing a coherent evolution front for the new Golang version.
I feel like, or I'm thinking that Helm operator plugin I thought was part of one of these other things, is a dependency of V0 and V1, and we should probably do it. But these things are all working, so I'm not sure how critical it is.
So Helm operator plugins is a dependency. I only know because I messed with it recently. Of V1 of operator controller.
Right.
And it is currently at 125.
I feel like we should be able to bump that one up if we choose to and pull it into V1, pull that latest version of V1. It apparently does not have any incompatibilities with 1.26, which we did encounter in one of these repos. Had a minor fix to do. So
understood. Okay, so then what I would ask is either for a volunteer from the floor, or to either do the bump themselves, or to open an issue there so that we can start tracking that. Right now,
I'll-
looking at the issues on Helm operator plugins, I see nothing.
I'll do it.
All right. Thank you, Todd.
Since Rashmi and me, I don't see Rashmi here, but she and I did all the updates, so.
Okay, any other projects that we need to concern ourselves with right now? Okay, then definitely if you, as maintainers, identify another repository that we need to take attention on, please feel free to absolutely drive that effort, whether it is opening a PR to take the action or to open an issue and record it in the agenda or make it otherwise visible so we make sure we don't miss it. Okay, I'm going to take a quick look at the project board here just to reacquaint folks with it real quickly. There's not been any motion on here since the last time we talked about it, aside from yeah, sorry, I had to visually verify that I was not going to say something false. I created a new epic for the GraphQL catalog D service endpoint just to track that information there. And there is an open PR for that one to change the caching model for it. We already merged the initial functionality. So there's an additional follow-up PR if folks have some cycles to take a look at it. Since that's the only real change on this board, I'd like to open up the floor. Is there anything else where we should be talking, reviewing? Okay. Any other business for this group? All right, then I propose to yield 40 minutes back. Any opposition? Very good then. I'm presuming my microphone and camera still work here.
You have not received any pushback on that proposal.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you for the confirmation on both fronts. All right, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much. We'll see you all next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.